Hi, everybody, and welcome to another in our series of essential oils continuing education. I'm here with my dear friend Kim Raymer and Miss Gloria, and we are excited to be in this new year. And we welcome all of you if you're here live or on the recording, or whenever you happen to catch this. We welcome you to this community. So, my friend Kim and I mentioned Kim, and if you've been watching this series, you know Kim and I are dear friends. We met through doTERRA. We're both wellness advocates, but we don't live anywhere near each other. But we built this beautiful relationship across the miles as technology has allowed us to do so. So in this beautiful community of doTERRA and essential oils, you find many like-minded people. So Kim and I connected, and we're doing this series together. We're so enjoying doing this together and working together. And she lives in Park City, Utah, with her husband Bud and their two grown sons, Chris and Max, and her daughter-in-law as well, Chris's wife. And she's an avid skier, avid outdoors woman, gardener extraordinaire. She loves to be in the kitchen. She's also an event coordinator for USASA, which is quite an undertaking. And that gives her an opportunity to help these kids, little kids who are, well, little kids and big kids, I guess, who are taking up the sports of skiing and snowboarding and wanting to compete, and sometimes up to the Olympics. So it is really neat that they create a team environment for them, and it's really super supportive for them in every which way. So Kim, and she's got an event coming up next week, I think, right?
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. The community of doTERRA brings our souls together in so many different ways. This has been a lot of fun to do these continuing education classes. But what Jennifer and I have also found is we've learned a lot from each other. Jennifer lives in the western suburbs outside of Chicago, and she is a licensed massage therapist, has been for over 20 years, along with being a very well-read doTERRA wellness advocate. Jennifer knows details that I'm always in awe about, not only about the oils, but about use and about the different issues that these oils can support us with. Jennifer is married to Martine, and they have an amazing daughter, Gabriella. They have lots of family that's around them there. And then Jennifer also loves to go to Florida. I was so jealous the last 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, close to, when Jennifer had the privilege of going down to Florida to stay with her brother over the holidays. So it was wonderful to see her enjoy that and be able to go on daily swims with her daughter, etc. So again, we have enjoyed doing this. We learn something every time that we get to talk with all of you. So we hope you enjoy the day.
Thanks so much, Kim. I appreciate that introduction. So today we're talking about fun ways to move. And I'm telling you this because I need to hear it as much as I need to say it. I have decided this year, I've always had I'll share this with you guys, honestly. I have often been able to walk. When I used to work in the city and I used to commute downtown, I walked sometimes from Union Station to where I worked, one of the directions. And that was a good couple of miles. So I got a lot of walking in. And of course, as a massage therapist, standing a lot. So that actually did help me to do that much walking. Even when it was cold out, you bundle up, you gotta go anyway. So, but then that kind of stopped, and then you're more in your car or you're not. Now I'm working from home, of course, working for myself, which is wonderful in so many other ways. But I've sincerely looked sometimes at exercise as another chore, another thing I have to do. And it just feels like heavy, and I don't want to do it. So I decided that I'm going to flip that mindset this year, 2021, and I'm going to just have fun. I'm just going to move my body. I'm not going to get crazy about it, but I just need to keep moving, because the best exercise program that you can do is the one you're actually going to do. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you could do whatever. And I think we should all open our minds and try something new. You'll probably know some of these things I'm going to mention, no big deal, but I'm just going to share with you. And if anybody has suggestions, please let us know because we're open too. I love some of the creative things I've heard recently. So of course, walking. Walking is easy. Most everyone can walk, and you don't have to like kill yourself. And here in Chicagoland and most places of the country, honestly, it's cold. And normally we just sort of just stay inside. But I thought, well, my friends out west, Kim Raymer included, Marty, you guys are outside all the time. And I'm just like, it's cold there too. So what's the deal? Why are we so, and I don't know if it's just some Midwestern mindset or whatever, but maybe the sun and the mountains just pulls you outside, but I'm going to make a concerted effort. So we've decided to walk. We do have a dog. So of course the dog loves to walk. But walking can literally add years to your life. There were some recent studies done that were published in the Journal of the American Medical Association that showed that people who took 8,000 steps a day had a 51% reduced rate of risk of death versus those who only took 4,000. But then they also found it was a cumulative effect. So those who walked 12,000 or more steps a day had a 65% reduced risk of death. And this was 5,000 participants over the course of 3 years. I got this information from goodnewsnetwork.org, and they reference the study in the Journal of American, the JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Association. So I decided that, sometimes if it gets old walking around your neighborhood, we have forest preserves like crazy over here. So I think you get in your car, find a new forest preserve, or drive to a neighborhood that maybe you don't live in, but that's nearby that has some beautiful walking paths, because oftentimes they'll salt those. It'll be clear to walk, and hopefully, you won't risk falling on ice. Of course, if that's an issue, then, you could even snowshoe. There's that if there's snow or whatever. Yoga, I have gotten into yoga. So when I was visiting my brother, I had resisted getting back into yoga, even though I loved it, because I was having all these bad thoughts about, well, I'm going to look clumsy. I'm so rusty. I'm not going to be able to stretch or anything. And I'm just going to look stupid. And then I thought, well, yoga is really the least judgmental sport or activity that I've ever seen out there. And I just thought, no, I have to do this for myself. So we did, for 3 weeks, we did yoga twice by the pool, which I have to say was so lovely to be out in the sunshine and palm trees, and that felt good. But I have made it a point now that we're going to do yoga at the same time together on Wednesday mornings. And there's tons of options online. So I got myself a new mat. I was really excited about that. And it doesn't have to be hardcore. Like, we're doing restorative stretching, but that is so valuable, because after age 30, 30, you think after maybe later, but it's 30, where our muscles naturally shrink and they lose water. And so that just makes us less flexible and stiffer, less mobile. So the stretching is so good for us. So it helps prevent injuries, and it helps increase your circulation, and it can reduce back pain and improve posture. So those are all really positive things, because as we progress, if we just continue to slow down, it's almost like the Tin Man, where you just, you pretty soon you have almost no mobility. So really important to just keep moving and stretching. And even with yoga, there's twists, but it's really, I highly recommend that. It's, to me, some of the movements are so subtle, but then at the end, you feel the difference. You really do. So of course, if you're somewhere warmer, you could bike. Although I saw one of our mutual friends, Cindy Lopatriella, was out, she skied one day and then she went mountain biking. Like, go Cindy, because I've not have the gumption to go. But I just like, I think there's more out west that's made for that. But ice skating. So Marty found a place. Kim, do you do this? Ice
No,
skating?
I don't normally ice skate. I have, but I don't normally. I saw her picture of ice skating.
She's been ice skating every Tuesday. And I think this is amazing. So a local ice skating instructor decided that she was going to get a group of gals together outside near her place in Utah, just every Tuesday for an hour and a half. And they go out and have a ball and laugh. And they're outside and they're skating. I mean, talk about feeling like a kid, right? So I just thought, well, Gosh, I gotta look into that. I guess we have.
You probably have some places like that in Chicago.
Well,
And I,
I did. I found something through the park district that is actually lit and not far from our house. It's lit till 10 o'clock at night. Now it's only through the mid February, so it's kind of weather permitting, but we could still give it a whirl and, try that. So I mentioned snowshoeing, of course, skiing, but anything outside, tubing, even just, go take the kids or find somewhere to go and just go do it. And I know with COVID, it's been hard too, because normally there's, you can walk inside the mall and maybe you can walk inside the mall, or maybe you don't feel comfortable walking inside the mall. So it's kind of like, I was thinking of things kind of more outside or that you could do inside yourself. But even like we have stairs in our house, and going up and down the stairs, I mean, make extra trips up and down the stairs if that's okay. If you do go out and about and shop, you can park pretty far away from the store and still get some more steps in. And so all those things add up. And this is probably my favorite one, dancing. Now, I have to tell you, so my daughter is 11, so sometimes we'll dance, whatever. But you could even do a video game thing like Wii or Dance Revolution. They've got a lot of fun things that you could do on video games. But I have actually cranked some of my favorite songs and just danced like a nut in the kitchen and let it all loose. And I swear I felt so good after that. Like, put on your 5 favorite songs and just cut a rug like you were, 15 again. And it just felt so good. It totally lifted my mood. And I was like, oh, and so, but you're moving and it doesn't matter what you look like. You could look like Elaine from Seinfeld. It just doesn't even matter. Just go and move and, hopefully don't throw anything out. But so
I
those are
think
some of the suggestions I had. Yes.
when you dance, you release endorphins,
Yeah.
but I have this folder that I keep near my desk. It's called Life is Better When You Dance, because also when you dance, you smile.
Yes.
And smiling is one of those ingredients for our health.
Yeah.
I have a couple things just depending on where you're at, Jen, that I was going to mention.
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
I was thinking about moving our bodies, and Jen and I talked about the things that we can do that are so simple. We don't have to go run a marathon. We don't have to ride a bike in 3 feet of snow. And we don't have to go snow skiing. But the secret of it all is to find our target heart rate, whether we're doing lower aerobic exercise or true aerobic exercise, because that's the secret to keep our engine running. I like to think of my body as a well-oiled machine when I'm taking care of it. It's a little bit like a car. And if you leave your car in the garage and you never drive it, it tends to have some issues, whether it's rusty, whether the starter won't turn on or the tires are flat. And I watched this happen to my parents. They have been very active and then became inactive. So just those simple steps, as Jen was saying, as far as walking every day. And if you make that one of your habits after 21 days, it's there. It's a habit. It's a daily ritual that you will look forward to, whether it's 2 times a day, 5 times a day, whether dancing is the other day. But when you do that, then you set your body in a gauge to not only support you, but to be primed to make you stronger against disease. Because exercise has been proven, study after study, Mayo Clinic, etc., that if in fact we move and we really address our target heart rate, then we're actually releasing the possibility for things such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, mental illness. It's when we don't do anything that, that the inflammatory response that our body has when we exercise, it goes out and starts transmitting communication to our cells. It doesn't happen if we don't exercise. So anyway, I could talk forever.
No, that's true. Great points, Kim. Thank you so much. And just a reminder that if you're watching somewhat, soon. The doTERRA Healthy Habits Challenge begins February 1st, and it's going to be super fun and easy. And they're going to be talking about habit stacking. So what that is basically incorporating something new with a habit that you already have. And even as simple as, maybe you love to listen to audiobooks and so you could also take a walk while you're listening to an audiobook, or as far as like maybe doing some healthier food stuff. We've talked before about, putting essential oils by a glass of water by the coffee pot in the morning. So you remember to consume some water as soon as you wake up, before you have anything else, before you even have your coffee, to flush your system, add a citrus oil. And that's really going to do double duty for you. So they're going to be helping us along. There's going to be thousands of us doing this challenge. And trust me, it's easy stuff. Just text healthy to 386-457. They're going to have prizes, but it's really kind of incorporating some other healthy habits. Like they have all the new nutrition stuff, which I just was so excited to get mine yesterday. Love the fiber. I haven't had a chance yet to try the greens or the protein, but there's an e-cookbook. So it's like just incorporating all that, little changes make a lot of difference. So instead of having an afternoon snack of whatever, we're going to have afternoon smoothies and just make different ones. Or, I'm going to look through the cookbook and see if there's other things I can do too. But it's when you stack those other new things with something that you already do, it's like that habit's going to click really quick. So I just encourage you guys, you don't have to have everything. They're encouraging everyone to have the protein and greens and fiber. I think that they were out of the greens, but I think they're trying to get those in by the end of January. So even if you don't have those right away, but even so, I mean, I put spinach and kale in a smoothie, and you can add greens on your own. It's not going to be quite the same, with the berries and stuff, but you can fudge along, and it's just the intention, right?
And I think also, Jennifer, if they are out of something and one of the packets won't be available till February, but it's the same as using your grandmother's favorite recipe. It's called
Right.
improvise. So with the greens, you're absolutely right. You can put in kale or spinach, and it's really a matter of taking a look at a new way to see a new ray of health for yourself. And this ebook is free and it's
Yes.
online. We should post it on our site. So I think you already have, Jen.
I have, but if anybody wants it, please let me know. It should be, you go to doterra.com and scroll all the way to the bottom. I believe it's easier to get to it there under ebooks, and then it should be there. But if anybody has a prep, yes.
Under Discover, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's just under ebooks. You have to unmute, Gloria.
Okay, sorry. I signed up for the program and I got my stuff in the mail. To tell you the truth, I haven't even opened it, but I did open it, but I didn't really look at everything. But the other thing that I got that I'm going to start trying is the Vitality Pack.
Lifelong Vitality, yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for over 6 months with Marty, and then I never did anything about it. And I think I mentioned to you in an email, because I didn't know if I should order it at that time, that I've been having trouble with my regular vitamins, and they're just, one a day, over 50. And and I don't know if it's the vitamins or my stomach, whatever. Make a long story short, I quit taking them because I said I tried different times of the day to change it, and I was still having trouble. So I've been clear of everything now for a couple weeks. Should I start the Lifelong Vitality Pack, or should I wait till February 1st and start everything at once?
No, I would start, when you say I'd start the Lifelong Vitality. I would start that. You could start anything, it's just the point of creating new habit. And maybe you're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be well into it. But what they're going to suggest, I believe, via text, that's why you text, so that you're in this text loop. It might be one day is take a 20-minute walk, or another day, did you try this in such a smoothie? Here's a recipe,
Right.
It's going to be
the Lifelong Vitality Pack, Gloria, is the foundation.
Okay.
I honestly can tell you that I have not had the common cold or the flu or other things, which I used to always get in the winter for the last 9 years. And it has really helped my husband and myself to feel healthy from the inside out. I feel like my immune system's stronger, but I also have more energy. So it's a process because it's talking to all your the most special places in your body that we can't replace. So getting started on that now and then being a part of this program, you're gonna have that beginning. My husband noticed a difference within a week. You
Okay.
know, I was like, I'm not going to do another program and not finish the bottle. So I was determined to finish the bottle. That was my only goal.
Okay.
But after a week, when he started, because I had said this has changed my energy and how I feel, he noticed it right away with his
Okay.
energy.
Because I stopped taking my own because I was having trouble. And the other thing was I was like, one of the bottles, I don't know which vitamin it was, I ran out. So I was like, I'm just not going to refill it. I'm going to see what's causing me a problem. So I am clear because I'm assuming once I start this, I shouldn't do any supplements, just do this. Okay.
It is totally formulated to work together. It's most bioavailable, but honestly, they stand behind it. So it's got a 30-day money back guarantee, but I don't know anyone who's
Right. And
taken
it's
that up.
something that Marty always talks about. And this was how she introduced me to the product, not the 30-day guarantee, but doTERRA, through our doctors and scientists, never meant to be in the supplement business. But they had some aha moments after just a few years of doTERRA and realized that most of the vitamins we take aren't at the right level. So when you're not at the right level, it's not meeting your daily needs. We don't need super vitamins. We don't need vitamins that say they're for over 50, under 50. We just need the right level so it can support our whole machine. And that's the magic of lifelong vitality to me, is that they have formulated the right volume of all of the food nutrients, the vitamins, the omega oils, and they have sourced those from the best of places in our plant-based world.
Okay.
All food-based. Yeah. So you have to
I'll
keep
start
them
them.
listed.
I'll start them.
Yeah, maybe even write down before you start, like how you're feeling in general.
Okay.
Or maybe after a week, like if you've noticed any changes, or it might be interesting just to write a couple things down. I don't know.
Yeah, and what time of day you take. You will want to take them with food if your other vitamins upset your stomach at all. Just vary it. There are tummy tamers in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but I actually tend to take morning with my breakfast, but then I have 4 of my pills I save till after lunch. And I just, I'm a little wee soul, so if something was going to upset me like a jalapeno pepper, I would know right away.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, and I have found too, like Kim, we were talking over last summer. We did a summer of vitality, and I did also switch taking mine. So I take mine with food, always with food, morning and afternoon.
mhm.
And I feel like that moves me, my energy stays up like my whole day.
Right.
So I think we both had found that, right, Kim?
Yeah.
Change it to, afternoons, because I used to do breakfast dinner, but now I'm like breakfast lunch or breakfast afternoon snack.
They may have some other hints, Gloria, during the 21 day program. But during Summer Vitality, they made some suggestions of take your turmeric with your this, and I just kind of followed their menu plan, and I thought, okay, this is nice, because then I was getting even amounts, and it's become so much of a ritual. I have this little dish that we put out every morning, and I have them in little divided trays. Just make sure you have a system that works for you. I put the whole week out in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday little dealios like my mom had. And it's like magic then. I don't unscrew every jar every day.
Yeah. That's what I used to do with my others. I would do the whole week on Sunday. I would put in my dosage for the whole week, and
I recommend it.
yeah, and I don't know what happened. I've been doing it for years, the same vitamins, but I was trying to eliminate, do I have a gluten allergy? Do I have this allergy? Do I have that problem? I mean, I tried some of
From your vitamins. Yeah, it would be like, why am I not feeling
I know,
well?
I was like, I went for my physical in November and the doctor said, I think you're a little too much on the D. I said, okay, I won't take that extra one anymore. But I kept telling her that I was having stomach problems. So she wants me to have an endoscopy. And
Mm.
I'm seriously, I'm supposed to have it February 3rd and I'm going to cancel the appointment for now because I'm wondering if, I don't know why all this started, my stomach problems. And I can't even explain. Sometimes I feel bloated. I've used the digestin and I've actually taken it, but I also rub it on my stomach.
Mhm.
I bought that seemed to help. So I was like cutting things up, so then finally I tried it again at the beginning of the year. I changed the time of day, which vitamin I was taking when. I was taking the one a day at dinner when I really had a full meal and it wasn't helping. So then I decided, okay, all right, I'll try this Vital. I'm going to go that way. And then they started this challenge. So that I
Maybe
emailed Jennifer to see, should I buy the one with the Vitality Pack to get started? Is that the best way to do it? Because I was convinced that like you, Jennifer, I've decided this. I'm much older than both of you. So
no, you're not.
I'll be surprised. But anyways, so I said, this is going to be the year that I'm going to make my changes as long as I'm home so much, because I'm seriously thinking about this being my last year before I retire. Just because it's not that I hate my job. I don't like my job and I like what I'm doing, but I just decided I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But this is the year, like you, Jennifer, I want to get back to my exercising. Like you, I quit yoga because I threw out my back. My son and I have been working on walking every day if we can, like you said, even in this cold weather. Like we did it yesterday and we wore boots just in case the neighborhood didn't shovel, because I live in the city, so you never know. And him and I are trying to walk at least 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes every day. And we put our coats on and, he needs it for his situation, with his deal, dealing with his anxiety and depression. It helps him. And so it motivates both of us. Like he'll text me because he knows I'm working. He'll say 3 o'clock and I'll say, no, I have a call. How about 4? And then we try to do it before 5 o'clock.
Nice.
So that is my goal, this is the year to get back to yoga too. I agree with you. I think the stretching is probably what I'm looking.
Gloria, have you used a Terrazyme?
I have, but I forget that I have it.
Because that may really help you because
Okay.
the digestive enzyme, what it does is it's in a simple language, it's breaking down our food so that our food doesn't cling. So things go in the right place. It's not a laxative. I take it every day and it's my favorite of all, along with the PB Assist. So that may be something to look at. The digestin is wonderful to rub on your abdomen.
Yeah.
And I sometimes, and I keep saying jalapenos, but they definitely do something to me. So sometimes I can rub it on my throat and then take a drop inside. But that Terrazyme is magic for being healthy from the inside out. And it's really helping to break down what goes in so that it leaves our body. And when we think of everything that can cling to our organs, I never thought of it that way before. Terrazyme is a beautiful supplement.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so just throw it in the thing with your vitamins.
Okay.
And there was something I took that explained a little bit more. Oh yeah, so inside the Terrazyme formula is protease to break down protein from meats and other sources, papain to reduce aches and soreness, amylase to help break down carbs, lactase to break down lactose, sucrase to help break down sugars, and then of course their tummy tamer blend with the peppermint, ginger and caraway. So it's really, really, they've done a lot with research and development for that. So that should help. So, I'm so excited for you. That's so great.
Thank
and
you.
It's always helpful, even back to this, when you have a buddy, or at least, even if we're texting each other, which is why I think they set this up for us to do this as a group, because winter, especially after these last 9 months, we're all feeling disconnected, I think. And so a sense of community is so important. So I think I'm very excited to start this 21-day health challenge and just get some new ideas, think outside the box a little bit. And I just had one quick thing I wanted to share too, to that end. You know, we are, ooh, are you guys looking at my screen?
Yes,
Because I can't see you anymore.
we're looking at your screen,
Which is,
and it's black. Jennifer,
Oh, here, am I back?
you're back.
yeah,
Okay, I don't know what happened. It said Zoom quit. Let me see if I could share this one more time. Yeah, I thought I did it right. There we are. Okay. So, you know, in this, as we were talking with COVID and everything, so many things have shifted and changed for so many of us. And we do find ourselves at home and I think looking within and doing more for ourselves, which is really important. And, you know, it's so good to focus on yourself and your health because if we are if we are well and healthy, then we can help others. We cannot pour from an empty cup. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, if you love using your oils, and you kind of talk about them anyway to people, friends and family, you think, gosh, they could really use this. You know, we were talking about the digestive blend. You know, share with people. And there's actually a very viable business opportunity available to all of us. And the beauty is that you work at your own pace. You do this when you can, fill it in with on the side with something else. You can either just get a few free oils. If you enroll some friends, you can earn some extra income. And actually, if you keep going, you know, step by step, you can actually have a very nice community that you've created and supplement or replace your income. So for example, you could do 3 to 5 hours a week, which is nothing, and get some significant, you know, money, at least in my book, to like at least pay for your oils and a few other bills and just enroll a few people a month. It's really simple. If you're able to up to 10 to 15 hours a week, you're, you know, networking a little bit more with people and sharing some more with people, you can really, you know, again, up the ante here. And doTERRA has one of the most generous, one of the most generous, um, why can't I think, Kim, what I'm saying?
Company.
Their structure is very generous, is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Their commission structure
Their
is,
commission structure, thank you. And it's, trust me, I used to be in sales and I got out of sales to get into massage. This is not sales. Um, I feel like I am helping people. I'm trying to provide a natural solution. I never knew that I could use these oils therapeutically. And it's just changed our world and it's changing generations. So like people like me, I'm teaching my daughter, we're teaching our children that there are plenty of options that are available. So it's so exciting to me. And of course, you know, you can truly replace a nice income working full time with this and enrolling some people. So maybe you have a few people on your mind, like, gee, I remember I was talking to my hairdresser and she was complaining about she can't sleep. And, you know, my uncle says he has problems, you know, with anxiety, he's nervous and blah, 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 you know, so, or, you know, my sister's stressed out. So gosh, we all have these issues at times. It's not that you have to have it all the time or be diagnosed with any particular thing, but life is life and we all have ups and downs. So, you know, share a little bit of your oils and samples, and doTERRA has little sample vials. We can help, you know, set you up. Tell them 3 cool things. You know, oils are pennies per dose, and they're very safe to use. It's very straightforward. You can use them aromatically, internally, topically. There's different kits to save you lots of money when you start out, and, you know, start with something that means something to you and your family, and that's it, the end. It's super easy. So there's lots of training, free trainings for, you know, take it at your own pace. You can work at your own level with daily mentor calls from Elise Genovese, a triple diamond. Maybe she's higher now, I don't know, but she's like, this woman is a rock star, doTERRA. But doTERRA also, doTERRA.com has a ton of free information, and they have podcasts for both oils and business. Super simple, 20 minutes, easy to do. So Greg Cook is one of our executive founders, and he just talks about how when you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. So they always talk about one drop, one person at a time, and pretty soon we are serving the world. And, you know, they even do that with their co-impact sourcing. There's just so many wonderful ways. So, you know, we could talk forever about why we love doTERRA, but it's truly an amazing company to be involved with. But if you are maybe thinking about wanting to share some oils with anybody, no pressure. do it at your own pace. We're here, ask questions, and we'd love to help you get started and be part of this really great community. So with
Don't
that, I
forget,
think that's
yeah.
all for today. So Kim, do you have anything else you want to add?
Well, I was just going to say, don't forget that when you love something, when you've received a product, a gift that has changed something about your health or your perspective, we don't hesitate as women to share that with other people. And this is the same principle. And so don't be inhibited by comparing it with maybe other kinds of companies, et cetera. Share what you know, because when it works for you, you actually know why it works for you. And that's the beauty of sharing this product.
It is, absolutely. Well, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and we will be back next week with more. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Jen.